Some very exciting news here at Channel 3.
We sure do. After 19 years, going into his 20th year now, meteorologist Mark Dixon is officially the chief meteorologist of Channel 3. Congratulations.
Thank you. So excited.
So good to see you.
Likewise, good to be here.
It's good to see you, and you are probably one of the most adept person to get this job that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you're smart. You're good looking. You know how to build an IKEA piece of furniture like no other person.
Checking some important boxes.
Checking some important boxes.
We did talk about that skill on our interview.
Oh yeah, it was Mark actually helped me with a dresser this past weekend. It took us a little bit of time, but you figured it out.
And you bought more.
And I bought more for you to help figure it out.
My hand.
Yeah.
I can barely move my right hand.
But for those who don't know, this journey to become a meteorologist started when you were quite young.
Yeah.
You knew at a very early age, as a young Cub Scout, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, born in Iowa but raised in Oklahoma. So I was touring a TV station in my hometown of Tulsa, where my parents still live, and getting my weather merit badge. And at that point, like, this is what I want to do.
You know, it's interesting that we see these kids coming through the stations, even today. We give the tours, and we're like, we really could have an impact on some of these kids who might want to make a decision to go this path, and that's what happened to you.
Those formative years, absolutely. Yeah. And when I go out and talk to retirees and to kids, speak about how important and valuable the internship is, because I would not be where I am today if it were not for an internship.
Same with me.
Yeah. So that TV station where I toured was a Cub Scout. I later was an intern there, and then that turned into a job running studio camera on weekends.
I didn't know that.
I'd set up the camera at the green screen after the late news, and I would practice, and that turned into my first on-air job. It was contract labor, so I did weekend mornings. They didn't have a full-time position available, so after I graduated from college, because that was all in my senior year of college.
That's amazing.
I was able to get a job in Little Rock, Arkansas, and then I've been up here ever since.
Yeah, you came here. Now, when you showed up, this is the truth story. I saw Mark sitting in, it was Lynn Tolan's office, and she was our news director at the time. And I took one look in the room, and I said, well, there's the end of my career.
And look where we are today.
It was I was like, well, that is quite something. No,
and it worked out very nicely.
And it did. It worked
You're still here. I'm still here.
Everything's okay.
Can you believe it, though? Can you believe, like, that this amount of time has passed?
I know. No, I can't. It's
There's
unreal.
a picture from way back when. Mark and I used to work weekends together, and so did Jamie, who was our producer. And there we are in my old house. Look at
my God.
Look at that.
That is something.
We're babies. And Mark's always been into fitness, and we used to do walking lunges to the coffee machine.
Yes. That was in between the runs to Dunkin' Donuts and Dairy Queen in East Hartford.
And Starbucks.
That happened too.
So you know, sometimes and the Vons and the pizzas at the Vito's. Yeah. So we needed the walking lunges.
You know, the audience looks at you and they're like, "Wow, he's in great shape." Would you mind sharing a little bit about your physical exercise regime, because it's pretty intense?
Yeah, it's evolved.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be a big runner. I've done 8 full marathons, but that was about 20 years ago. I kind of wrapped up that chapter of my running career when I moved here. And then since then I've done halves, a lot of half marathons, 5 and 10Ks. But now I'm more of a kind of the high intensity interval training, doing like boot camps, a kind of a notch below like a CrossFit is what I like to do.
And your diet is pretty pristine as well.
I try to do well during the week. Yeah. Yes.
And and then the weekends, which is good. You give yourself a little leeway and you give yourself a little balance, and that's terrific.
Yeah. Moderation.
So where do you see, you know, you got to tell me what to do now, which is pretty awesome.
Is that changing? How is that different than 6 months or 6 years ago?
All right, it's not changing. All right, very good. I do what I say. He says jump, I say how high.
Good luck with that. Okay. No, but very exciting. I know it's a big honor for you. I mean, you've kind of, you know, to come up under Bruce, and so nice to have a promotion from within. So I know you've been here, and a lot of the comments that we've seen on social media, you know, oh yay, it's well deserved, well deserved. You've been doing this a long time, and you had a great mentor.
Bruce was incredible to work alongside.
This is 07.
Wow. Look at us.
Wow.
Was that in this building? That was in this building.
Yeah, that was in this building.
Yeah, 07. That was our first year in Rocky Hill.
Incredible.
And to work alongside Bruce, to learn from him, and you know, we're all still in contact with him. I could walk to his house right now.
Yeah, absolutely.